Yes, so as I predicted, well, you can tell, can't you? The current government, Labour under Keir Starmer, they always have something diabolical in their sleeve. But before I get to that, the state of Britain, it's nothing works, everything's too expensive, and the people we vote in to govern us, well, they hate us, and that's just about the gist of it. But we do live in a democracy, so when we get fed up with the current lot who hate us, we can just vote in some more people to replace them who hate us just as much. And they don't just hate us, civvies, taxpayers. They also hate our armed forces. Now, an inquest has ruled that the use of lethal force by SAS soldiers was unjustified when they opened fire, killing 4 IRA men, IRA terrorists, in an ambush in Cologne in County Tyrone in 1992. Yes, I read that out. And this is just diabolical. These were the same 4 IRA terrorists that just come back from firing at a police station. So there's an inquest, there will be trials, there will be convictions. The SAS will be judged as the bad guys, and the evil Irish Republican Army terrorists will be deemed the good guys and the victims. And no doubt there'll be millions of pounds of British taxpayer compensation heading the way of their families. How disgraceful. So that's what happens when you join up now to join the British Army and the Special Forces. This government will prosecute you for doing your job, putting your life on the line, doing what no one else is prepared to do to protect your country, protect your people. So there's that, and now it's been revealed that Labour are to open talks on, and get this, slavery reparations. That's right, the Foreign Office headed by David Lammy of all people are going to meet Caribbean officials demanding trillions of pounds, and they'll get their money. They'll get their money because the people in government at the moment, they hate Britain, everything to do with British history, traditions, the British Empire, the lot. Now remember, we've been told by Keir Starmer and Rachel from accounts that there's a £22 billion black hole in the country's finances, which they blame the Tories for, but there's no money to give pensioners the winter fuel allowance. There's no money to give waspy women their pension rights. There's no money to fix the country's roads, which are in a shit state. But they're going to raise income tax, they're going to raise council tax to 5 times the legal limit. They're going to inheritance tax farmers off their lands, and that's their excuse for filling in this £22 billion black hole, which doesn't exist. And even if they used all that money, it wouldn't even touch the side. Meanwhile, we've given billions to Ukraine, billions in foreign aid, billions to make illegal migrants feel at home, inflation-busting pay rises for train drivers, billions to Ed Miliband and his crazy, insane net zero bollocks. We'll be paying millions in compensation to the relatives of dead IRA terrorists. And now we're going to pay billions in reparations to people who aren't slaves, were never slaves, will never be slaves, has no experience of slavery, but their relatives from 200 years ago were. Don't get me wrong, slavery is a disgusting, horrible practice. But it still happens. It's going on elsewhere, in the Middle East, in Africa, Southern America, in Asia, but because the West practiced it 200 years ago, we've got to pay for it all. And made to feel guilty. Well, I was never a slave owner. I'm against slavery. So why the hell should my tax money go to someone who's going to spend it on luxury goods to make them feel better that their ancestors were slaves? I mean, near enough 1,000 years ago, the English completely enslaved my ancestors in Wales under Edward I, the bad guy in Braveheart. Where's my reparations? I mean, I could go on. Every race was subject to slavery and practice it at some stage. But for some reason, it seems like we're being made to believe it's only happened to one group of people. I am incensed. I really am angry about this. This country will never get back on its feet. We will never have a chance to rebuild our infrastructure. And that's because we have politicians and idiots abroad and at home who want to suck us dry. We're screwed. This country's a state. This whole island's a state. And it's going to take someone with balls and conviction to fix it. Even then, it's going to take years. It really does sadden me. What do you reckon? Let me know in the comments. And there we go. I'm Paz49. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you at my next video. Have a great weekend. And Roger Trout.